Welcome back to Mission Bound. My name is Tom, and this is
Mike. Who?
Mike is a 2004 NBA champion, and we are here today to talk about life, leadership, and a little bit of sports. Mike, how you doing today?
Man, I'm great, man. Won't complain at all. And yourself?
I am doing very, very well. We're supposed to let everyone know that, hey, do not forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. Or you can watch us on YouTube, and all you have to do is look for Mission Bound Podcast. And today, our episode is sponsored by One Sports Nation. It is fun, fair, and competitive sports for youth ages 5 to 15. Go to onesportsnation.com and check it out. Mike, how you doing? Today is a special day. Do you know why today's special?
Why? Every day is a special day, but what makes today more special?
The reason today is extra special is because our episode is all about questions. And we have reached out to ask people, what do they want to know? And today's segment is called Ask Us Anything.
That's special.
Is there any questions? And again, you haven't seen the questions. I haven't seen the questions. Our producer collected them. Is there any question that you think would be out of bounds today?
I mean, you want to stay politically correct about certain things.
There is an election coming up.
Exactly. And, it depends. It depends on what the question is. But I really don't have nothing to hide. I'm kind of an open book, kind of. We'll see.
I'm kind of an open book as well. So,
yeah.
Right? Within boundaries. So here's the thing. We've got the questions right here. Have you seen the questions?
No, I have not.
I have not seen the questions. So when I read one, legitimately, we have to answer it. How long do we have to answer it?
Man, let's give it a couple of minutes.
For each
Depending
question?
on how tough the question is.
All right, here we go.
Some get better than others.
So here's. I want you to know this show has like high-tech cards that we produce. And so this is what our card looks like. Ask us anything. Right? Okay, here it is. How did Tom and Mike meet? Aw, where did it all begin? Where did the relationship blossom from? I'm going to be honest, I don't remember.
No, you know what? Then we met through a mutual pastor, and I think I brought the family to your church, and from there we went to eat after church, and we started meeting, kind of like once in the blue. Then it started being like a little weekly thing, and we just started building a relationship. You started inviting me to speak at your church, and then I spoke at a.
You killed it too, man. You're a good speaker.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. But overall, I remember even talking about like us doing a podcast when we would have we used to go have our daily meetings. And we'll sit in a restaurant. We used to always be like, man, we need to do a podcast.
Exactly.
Like we always talk like we're in like a podcast, and I think other people need to hear what we're saying and chuckle, 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 ha 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 ha.
Was that me or you doing the chuckles?
No, I was ha 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 ha. You was chuckle, chuckle, chuckle.
Fair enough. There it is.
And so, from there, the relationship just continued to grow. You've been the same person to me since day one, and we've only been able to just build on our relationship.
Absolutely. I remember the first time you invited me over to your house to I said to you in passing one day, hey man, I want to get in shape. And you're like, man, I'll get you in shape. And I remember driving all the way to your house, going inside your gate and being in that gym, and you worked me out for that hour. And I remember thinking, I never wanted to come back again. He was having me do things to my body that had never been done, and the pain that he inflicted on me was unforgettable. But that was also one of my favorite points. And another favorite point of our friendship is the day that you taught me, and I'm now a coach now, so this is humiliating. The day that he taught me, and I'm in my 40s at this point, how to do a layup the correct way. He literally took me under the rim and went, Tom, this is, and I was like, I've been doing it this way. He's like, Tom, have you been in the NBA? I'm like, no, Mike, I have not been in the NBA. And I remember going home to my wife and saying, an NBA champion taught me how to do a layup. It was literally a marking point in my life.
And that's how deep our relationship goes. I taught him, not when he was 3 or 5 or 8, how to do a layup.
In the 40s.
In the 40s. And it wasn't even a left-hand layup. It was a right-hand layup.
You remember? I can't believe you remember. It's so embarrassing.
Okay, next question.
All right, here we go. That one's done. All right. We have not seen these questions. Here it is. Ooh, this is a good one. If you owned an NBA team, who would be your starting lineup? You love these questions. You go first.
Do I get to pick?
Do you want to create one starting lineup between us, or you get yours and I'll get mine?
No, you get yours and I get mine.
All right, that's fine.
I have my own team.
Do you want? Let's go. It can be old school or new school.
Oh,
You can
if
mix
it's
it up.
old school, new school mix, then I'm really going to only pick one person from the new school.
Ooh, who's that?
LeBron.
LeBron
would be the only person from the new school that would make my list. If you have to put the old school with it, there wouldn't be a player in the new school that would even be on the bench.
Got it. So who would be your other four? Interesting. LeBron, and who's your other four?
Michael Jordan. The 3 would be Larry Bird. The 4 would be Tim Duncan, and the 5 would be Shaq.
Ooh, Tim and Shaq. That would be an interesting setup there.
Are you
Seriously, right? Seriously.
Are you kidding me?
Woo. Okay. I'm gonna go new school just because I feel like you went old school. I'm gonna go the opposite side of it.
Okay.
And I should probably say all of the guests that have been on this show, right? That would be the politically correct thing.
You get destroyed.
Yeah, because I mean,
Okay,
I love you, Kendrick Perkins, but I'm not putting you in the lineup. I love you, man, but you ain't making it in. Sorry. I would say right now, I mean, LeBron and
You can't have him. He's on
I
my
can't.
team.
Okay, well, fine. There
He's
it
on
is.
my team. Can't have him.
Got it. Then I would definitely. Can I have Kobe? I can have Kobe.
I said my team already.
Okay, I got Kobe.
Okay.
I would definitely take. You know who I like a lot from old school? I was a big, and you're gonna don't mock me. Don't mock me. Tony Kukoc fan. Kukoc. I like Tony's game. Way back in the day. Don't say nothing. Stop talking right now. Don't even respond. Tony's on my list. Tony, Kobe, and then I would pick. I probably have no respect right now. No one even cares after I throw Tony Kukoc.
I want you to finish
I
no
know.
longer. Are you serious?
I like Tony. I'm Tony. If you even listen to this, you don't. You probably live in Europe somewhere. But I like your game, man. I'm just gonna be straight. I liked it. Tony.
Okay, go ahead.
I would say I liked Dr. J's game a lot. I really like Dr.
Didn't you
J's
say
game.
you was gonna go new
I know, I
school?
did say that.
You supposed to
can't
take
like-
Stephen Curry and Draymond Green.
Thank you, Steph
Like,
Curry.
are you
No,
kidding me?
Steph, I'd put you on my team, just so you know.
You don't put anybody on your team. Like anybody that just say that they play basketball is good. Damian Lillard, huh? So you want Damian Lillard, Stephen Curry?
I didn't say I like
You
Dame.
want
I
5
hope.
guards. Kyrie Irving, you gonna get 5 guards, huh? And LeBron.
All right. I want.
Next question.
I want Muggsy Bogues.
We know who is
And
not
Nate Robertson.
a GM. You know who will not be in the front office.
Right here, not going. Here we go. Ready? Next question. Here we go. Oh, come on now. Our producer put this. Oh, wait, ready? Coke or Pepsi?
Definitely Coke.
Yeah.
And I've been drinking more Coke lately in my life. I really
Wow.
don't care between Coke or Pepsi.
Wow.
It don't matter. They both taste the same to me. I just like the fizz and the long burp it gives you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I used to be a Diet Coke guy. Got rid of it. But Diet Coke would be the 2. But is Pepsi still around? I always think it's just around in Mexico.
No, they still
Still around?
Okay, go
All
on.
right,
Next
there's-
question.
Okay, here we
Go
go.
ahead,
Ready?
break something.
Ooh. Former NBA player, former pastor. I suppose that's us. What do you guys do for a living these days?
Well, I
Hold on, let's just say not this show. We'll go on record as
yeah, this is a hobby.
not this show.
This is a hobby. They didn't pay us yet for this. We doing this for fun.
But
right
it's
now.
coming, baby. We can't
coming.
wait.
I mean, something. I mean, I'm just saying.
Back that train up.
You know what I mean? Man. But, yeah, what are you doing?
I am actually a real estate agent.
Okay.
And my wife and I purchased a business. It's a youth sports franchise. We talk about it here, but it's a lot of fun watching kids play flag football and basketball and soccer. So I buy and sell homes and help people out there, and then I do that.
Oh, that's beautiful, man. That's awesome. I'm a developer. I build homes, and I'm also a farmer.
That makes total sense that you're a farmer.
Yeah.
You know, you're leading me right now, son. You know.
I grow things.
We can edit this out. but-
Fruits and vegetables.
Shut up. Shoot. All right, we're going to pass on that one because, yeah.
I am a farmer.
I believe
what do you mean? Like, I am a legitimate...
Will you wear your overalls someday on the
I
show?
really am. And I'm going to have my little piece of straw in my mouth.
Get a little straw hat.
Yep. And I'm going to say, over there, yonder, that there, boy.
We're so moving on. Oh, this is a good question. Where can I score some mission bound swag?
Okay.
Can people score? Like, do we even
Yes.
have swag? Because this show, you want to wear this show in public.
Yeah.
You want to be like mission bound.
You can go on our website, missionboundpodcast.com, and you would be able to get merchandise from our website. We are able, you can purchase any merchandise you want, from hats to t-shirts to hoodies, different colors. We even got rainbow. I'm just saying. Gotcha.
There it is. There it is. Mission Bound Podcast. So seriously, we do have swag now, and it's pretty dang cool, right?
No, go on
actually
our
really cool.
website and check us out.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy all my family for Christmas Mission Bound swag.
You know what I mean?
Just wrap it. They're gonna unwrap it. They'll be like, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm gonna do the same thing.
That's it. Let's do
We're
it.
gonna get Mission Bound t-shirts.
Let's get our team that helps put the show
But
together.
you know what
All
I do
swag.
like? I like this t-shirt. Mission Bound versus No Mission.
Ooh, that's legit. Mission Bound versus No Mission.
You know how they have the such and such versus everybody.
Yeah.
Now it's we mission bound
Versus. Ooh, I
You know
like
what
that.
I mean? So imagine we going up against all of those don't have no mission.
MissionBoundPodcast.com. We dare you to go check it out. We dare you to wear it. See what
Holla
happens.
at your boy.
Here we go. Next
And
question.
we got fatigue.
If the NBA didn't work out, what would you have done instead? Now that's a fair question for me.
Wow.
What would you have done if you hadn't been an NBA player, Mike?
The NBA saved me from a lot. I think I grew up as a person through basketball. It taught me a lot about relationships and just how to work for everything. Growing up in Amityville, I didn't really have too many people, that was in my corner giving me options and helping me understand that I could have options other than basketball. So basketball became like a only way out for me type of thing, where it was either fail and be something that's going to be that's going to be something that's going to be wrong to society, a menace to society, or fall in love with this game and believe in this game is going to be a dollar in a dream to me. And obviously, I was that 0.1% that was able to make it from my own situation and be able to make a success story for myself. The game saved me, actually.
The older you get and the more you look back on your career, Mike, do you ever think to yourself, just again, I know you just said it there, but like, man, I was literally just a part of that 1%, just that little small sliver that made it on there.
I don't even look at it like that. I look at it how if I can do it over again, I would have sat in the front. I wouldn't have waited for nobody to push me and motivate me. I would have learned how to push and motivate myself. I wouldn't have been that kid that would have been in class being rebellious and really basically crying out because my parents is not giving me the attention that I need at home. So I basically say I'm not going to do it in school because they not giving me the attention at home, and being this rebellious and doing all of those type of things. I would have said, everything that I am doing now, if I could have understood 6th, 7th, 8th, middle school, high school, I'm not hurting no one but myself.
Yeah.
If I could have understood that early, I didn't understand that until later, that everything that I do, and also in my children, like helping them explain, you're not hurting me. You're not hurting me when you're rebellious, when you don't want to do your schoolwork, guess what? You're putting yourself in a hole now when you want to go to school and they look at your transcripts and you wanted to act up in 9th grade, 10th grade, and then you wanted to start getting a little better in 11th grade. By 12th grade, you want to worry about your grades. Guess what? No one's going to accept that now. So if you focus and take attention and put a time and attention on yourself now and not worry about your parents putting your stars and your hundreds on the refrigerator, but you tapping yourself on the back and praising yourself. And if you can learn that early, it's going to take you so much further in life.
Man, that was good. All right, we're moving from a heavy question to a not heavy question. Yeah, that was good, man. You were like, man, I grew up in the church world. That was like, that was something right there. We had this fight. I don't know if you've listened to our podcast. If you go back a few episodes, we had this huge debate about M&Ms. And I don't know. That's our friendship. We'll talk about the heavy things and then candy. What do yellow M&Ms really taste like?
Well, yellow M&Ms taste like the red ones, the yellow ones, and the orange. It's just a candy crunch.
Yep.
And with chocolate. If they're in the brown package is just the chocolate and the yellow package is the peanut. So if that's all you want for your craving is a crunchy yellow
Just stop talking.
topping and a piece of chocolate and a peanut, then hey, that's what you're gonna get.
So we're
kudos to you.
We're gonna catch you up. If you go back and listen to the episode, Mike and I had this 10-minute tirade about M&Ms, yellow versus brown, and the whole time Mike thought I was talking about the outer shell, the yellow coloring, when I was talking about yellow M&Ms. Like Mike said, always equal peanuts, and I think peanut M&Ms are the best M&Ms ever made. All the other M&Ms will bow down in comparison to them. So what do yellow M&Ms taste like? They taste like peanuts with chocolate. Yes. Moving on. We're moving on. Here it is.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. All right. Here it is. What's the secret you are still keeping from your mom and dad? Oh, well, my mom's in heaven, so she probably knows it all.
What?
So that got heavy.
Okay, it's the funny. It's not funny. Well, I finally told my dad this when I want to say this is my 15th year doing Mike James Day in my neighborhood. They've given me, they've given me like the day, and in return, I give it back to the community. But I told my dad finally, like the 5th Mike James Day of the 5th Mike James Day, I finally was able to fester up enough to be able to tell him, okay, Dad, this is what I done. Like, please forgive me. But I did it in like 6th grade.
What was that thing?
I stole his gun, right?
Shut up.
And
wow.
And I brought it to. I was going to bring it to school.
Hold on, time out. You realize, like, back in the day, this wasn't as big of a deal. But
no,
now,
this isn't like it's crazy. It's not a good thing.
Of course.
But this is how we lived.
Yeah,
like this was so this is normal. So what I did
grade.
was I took his gun, and I'm big and bad now. Sure. I got my pistol on me, and I put it in the park because in the park, it's like crackheads. It's all kind of stuff going on. They haven't cleaned this park in years, mind you. And I come home from school to get the gun, and the town is cleaning the park, right? And I'm sitting there like, wait a minute, like
community service is like wiping this thing down, and your gun's out there.
They haven't cleaned this park in over 20 years. All right, like this park is needles everywhere, crack barrels everywhere.
You're gonna lose your dad's gun.
Man, when I went to the spot where the gun, where I put it, it wasn't there. I said, "Ooh, okay, I'm in trouble. I don't know how I'm gonna do this one right here. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this one."
Finish the story. What happened? You?
I lied like 2 train tracks. What do you mean? What did I do?
Did you tell? Hold on. Did you say, Dad, somebody stole your gun?
No, I don't know what you're talking about. What
do
you mean, what gun? And he's like, "I know you did it." He was like, "I should punch you in the back of your head right now." And I'm sitting there like, dude, like, what is wrong with you? Like, seriously? This is how you're gonna like talk to your child? And I am a child. What do I look like carrying a gun around? So
there's definitely
fast forward. Okay, 30. Like I'm 30-something years old now, and it was like, Dad, remember when your gun got lost back in the day, a long time ago?
Wow.
Like, he was like, I knew you did it. He was like, I knew you did it. He was like, you lucky you told me now, and you probably didn't even tell me 2 years ago from here. I would have got you.
This show is a source of healing.
Yes.
You're a part of Mike's healing right now.
I needed that.
Okay.
Okay.
Mike, was your family really on the TV show Super Nanny?
Yes. And the bad thing about that was my kids are pretty good. But I think I was the problem, and I think I needed it more than my kids because she wasn't there to fix
that lady
children.
was like, right? She was tough.
I made her cry, but I didn't mean to.
Because you were so bad as a parent?
No, like I was just so confused on how much information and she's able to give me, and how she's so wise in her experience without having any experience as a parent. It totally confused me. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're not a mommy.
So you told her this.
You're not a daddy. You a nanny. Which means when that child has 102-degree temperature, you give the child back to the parent. You only come and do a service for the child, but then you leave to leave that child with the parents. So how can you tell me how to be a parent and you're not even... So she was like, well, what if I adopt? then you're responsible for a child. But you haven't. So
Mike,
that's out the question.
I've known this for many years that Mike was on the show Super Nanny, and I'm going to be honest with you, I never wanted to go watch it. But now,
one of my
things
favorite
have
sayings,
changed.
one of my favorite lines from Super Nanny, and when I said it, I was like, Mike, what the H-E-double hockey sticks came out of your mouth just now? Because
You knew it was going to go on national TV,
my goodness.
Everywhere. Super Nanny was going to take, and they're going to make you look bad.
So you got to watch everything that you say because you know you're on national. So I was so angry, and I looked at her, and the only thing that could come out of my mouth was, "How come you're the only one that understands what 2 + 2 equals and it doesn't equal and it equals 4?"
You slammed Super Nanny.
I
want to see this.
I was like, wait a minute. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, wait a minute. I don't know. You
can't go back. It's out.
But
It's
that
on
was
air.
everybody would hit me with that saying. How come your 2 + 2 equals 4 and don't nobody else know how to do math?
I'm going to go on record. Our producers are sitting here while we're kind of doing this episode, and I'm going to make a request. Can we please get that episode? And please put it up on our website, missionbobpodcast.com. It's coming. Coming soon. Mike James on Super Nanny.
You can't imagine.
Moving
I watched
on.
that. And like, oh my goodness, that was like the worst hour of my life watching it the first time. Like,
and we would all like to relive that. Okay, here it is. Ready? The best band ever. I've got mine. You got yours? Band, not artist.
What's your best band?
Oh, my band. I am a child of the 80s, and I loved heavy metal. And I grew up in church world. So if you know anything about 80s music, church, I love this band called Stryper. And they would wear yellow and black tights, and they would sing at high levels, and they would sing all about God. And I went to their concerts like 3 or 4 times. I went to Chicago. I got, I snuck up on their hotel floor and almost got like thrown out by it was bad. I was a huge fan. Stryper, go check them out. To hell with the devil. Beat that.
I don't have a band. I don't know.
See, for me, bands are easy. For you, you're more of an artist kind of guy.
Yeah, I'm more of like a Biggie Smalls. You'd have
what
asked me
if Biggie Smalls and Stryper played together? That'd
have been interesting. It'd have been interesting.
Next question. Here we go. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. What advice would you give yourself if you could go back to New Year's Eve 2019? What advice would you give yourself?
I would. I would.
9 months ago, basically.
I would basically.
Pre-COVID.
I would go ridiculous shopping. I would order multiple supplies. I would.
What kind of supplies would you order?
I would sell all my stocks. I would.
That's where this question just got interesting. Fair enough.
I would.
That's good. No,
okay,
that's good.
I'll make sure of that. They're like, Mike, what are you doing? Or you could listen.
I would sell my house, take every penny of that, and go buy as many masks as I could.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I would have done different.
Yeah.
There it is.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Next. Mike. These are all to you, man. Mike, of all the places... It's debatable, but that's a whole nother day. Of all the places that you lived in your career, what's your favorite place you ever lived? That's a fair question.
Wow. Favorite place I've ever lived? If I was single, I would be in Miami or LA. Easy.
Okay. All right.
Like, I'm out of here. I'm going straight to Miami or LA.
Okay, that's great. I mean,
with
single
just a
person.
bag. But I am married, which means that I am going to be here for the rest of my life. Yay.
So his favorite place is Houston, Texas, y'all. Houston, Texas.
Yay, Houston. Yay.
I like Houston. I'm proud to be a part of the Houston area. I grew up in Illinois, so I graduated to Houston.
Ooh, Houston.
No, here we go. We're gonna keep this going. Who is the biggest celebrity that you have ever met? Ooh! Oh, tell him your MJ story. This would be that place right here. Tell him that story. Here we go. This is good.
Okay. Well, it was an All-Star weekend. I first saw Magic Johnson, and I gave him I gave him the spiel too. I was feeling myself as an athlete, and I tell him, I'm not the, you're not the, your name ain't Irvin Johnson, it's Magic Johnson. You and MJ also. And I said,
You threw yourself right up there with
yeah,
that, right?
I said it was Michael Johnson, Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan. I said I can't help it if I'm an MJ. I said it was given to me, and I've been blessed with those initials. And I said I'm an MJ also. And so I told the same story to Michael Jordan.
How'd that go for you?
And he felt like, okay, he was feeling me a little bit, and I can tell that he was feeling me because, like, fast forward, we was playing against Charlotte. And he was owner of the Bobcats, and he's
was that the Hornets or the Bobcats?
Hornets, Bobcats. That's like Pelicans. You know what I mean?
No disrespect to any of those
exactly
teams.
what I'm talking about.
Zion, come on the show. That's all we got to say.
But I'm stretching, and as I'm stretching, I see him, and I'm like, "What's up, MJ?" And first he said to me, like, he sees me as I'm stretching. He's like, "What's up, MJ?" And I was like, "What's up, MJ?" And I was like, "Oh snap!"
Michael Jordan, literally MJ, just like you and him.
I was like, MJ just called me MJ. Like, that was like the biggest. When I say that was probably the biggest, like the most special moment in my career, is when MJ called me MJ. But I had a bad game. And we played against Charlotte again, like maybe a couple of weeks later, and I'm in the same exact area stretching, and he walks up to me, and he walks past me, and he goes, "Michael," and I'm like, seriously, like, I ain't MJ no more, like. We ain't gonna keep this. Like, we ain't gonna keep doing this like every single time we see each other.
It's like literally the respect level. The respect level just went up here and fell down. When Michael Jordan disrespected you.
Seriously? Why am I calling him MJ? I'm the only MJ. Like, you know what? But he did call me MJ once. I will take that with me.
We're totally name dropping in this episode. So, Michael Jordan, MJ, feel free to come on Mission Bound Podcast.
You know what I'm saying?
We would let you.
Us
That's all
MJs
we would
need
let
to
you.
stick together.
All right, we got one more, and then, man, this has been fun. Here we go. Last question. Who's been the most influential person? This is a great question. Who's been the most influential person in your life?
Well, I have a few spiritual brothers that I talk to.
That's a good question.
I think that the most influential person in my life is Christ.
Yeah.
I say that because he's the only one that keeps me reconnected with who I am. I can look at even with my relationship with my wife. If it always reminds me, love your wife like Christ loved the church. And so that takes me back to a place of, man, in spite of how I'm being treated, there's still an obligation and a duty that I have to do in spite of what I feel like I deserve, what I feel like I want. You know what? Christ died for a church that didn't even love him, but yet he gave his life up for a people that didn't care and didn't understand. And so that's what that means to me, is that even still. So when I say influential like that, that's the only person that can remind me of who I'm trying to be in the middle of my turmoil or my adversity inside of myself.
Mike, that is extremely well said, and I would echo all of those things. You know my faith and where I stand with Jesus, and so that would be that. But on the earth, I would say my dad has been, and I've never said this to my dad, so if he ever watches this episode, this is probably the first time you've ever heard it, but Dad, you were one of the most influential people in my life. Even though there are times that we were really close, times that we weren't growing up, I always watched you, and I always tried to mimic what you did, and I always admired the decisions you made. So, Dad, there it is.
Oh, I would have hugged you if I would have known you went to the bathroom and didn't wash your hands. But I'm gonna keep my.
We're gonna bring that up. We're gonna bring that up. There it is, guys. This has been the episode. Ask Me Anything right here on Mission Bound. It's been fun, dude.
Yeah.
You have fun?
Yeah, I had a good time.
I've learned more about you.
Did you?
Seriously.
Oh, look, and your dad. Man, we need to get your dad on.
Oh my gosh.
Man. What's up, man?
My dad is such a character, dude. Oh my Lord. The ratings would go pew through the roof. Guys, this has been fun. And as we get out here today, I just want to let you guys know, if you want some Mission Bound swag, go to the Mission Bound website. That's missionboundpodcast.com. We appreciate you tuning in today, and follow us on social media, please, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can go to our podcast and get all of those addresses. And this is a gift that we give every time. If anyone makes it to the very end of the show, everyone is what I should say. This is a gift that just rings in your head and keeps on giving. Ready?
I'm spitting bars, driving cars. When I'm on the road, I eat the rice pilaf. But when I'm at home, I eat the beef stroganoff. Don't you know, we about to turn this off. Peace, mission bound, messed it up, switched it on you this time, switched up the bars.